30 years ago, Brent Stewart founded Stewart Law Offices. Good to be with you once again. And here we are in 2026.
Yes. Yes, a lot has changed.
A lot has changed. You were talking earlier about the way things were back when you first started. Technology has made it easier for you, but it's also made it perhaps more complicated.
Right.
Now we have, of course, we've moved from emails and texts, and now we have AI. So let's talk about how you communicate with clients, insurance companies, how and when and how and why.
What is interesting now is, as a lawyer, and I'm sure as every business person, I get bombarded with ways that are telling me that I can increase my productivity with AI. And I think that eventually that is going to happen in the law fields more and more. But we've all heard about lately lawyers, they show up in court, they have an AI written brief, they haven't proofread the brief, they get in front of a judge, the facts are wrong, it's a mess, and they get in trouble. So I think AI is something that you need to do to keep on the cutting edge. I mean, you have to know AI, but I think it's still a bit experimental. So while I'm sure some of my younger lawyers use it for different things, you have to proofread and stay on AI because it's not perfected.
So it could, let's say you're writing a letter to a client or to the insurance company, you could write it and maybe put it through AI just to kind of clean it up a little bit or polish it, as long as it's accurate from the beginning?
Yes. I think that using AI like that or any kind of spell checks or anything is okay to do. I'd heard recently that one judge, an insurance company, took a bigger firm into court because of their billing, and that a judge had said that law firms have to use AI because it cuts back on billable hours, and not doing it is probably not fair. Now, whether or not that happened, I've read it. So while the law is demanding us to use AI, we also have to be very aware of its limitations.
Right, very good. So you really pride yourself in your communication with your clients. It's a lot of one-on-one, a lot of personal phone calls, a lot of in-person meetings and so forth, not only with you, but also your team of attorneys. Right. That is so critical. We've talked about it before, but the importance of the body language and the facial expressions and all of that and even over the phone, you can kind of hear it.
And, well, that's what AI cuts out. So like we have a lot of clients that will call and say, this is what my case should do. And you can feed whatever you want into AI, then you can refeed it to get the results you want. But you're not going to get from AI what an attorney can do. Like they are taught to read the facts. They don't get the body language. They don't get the interpretation of what other cases have done in the area. So while AI is a good starting point for people, I don't think it's the end-all way to go. Some law firms now are using AI to answer phones. And so AI has been taught to kind of do it in general, answering phones. And I'm not quite there with trust on that yet. But there are companies out there that are trying to get that. And I think we are, while I thought the big parts of change were done and the computers were what it was going to be and the software, I think that the next 30 years, I'm going to do 30 more, the next 30 years are going to bring even more change.
Even more change. Yeah, change is constant, right?
Change is constant, and it's good.
Yeah, it can be.
It can be good.
If it can make it uncomplicated. Also, if you are looking at a case and you want to look at a case from before, you can quickly go to AI to find out about how the results of another case.
In the old days, you had to take a case, you had to pull the site, you had to go to that site, go to another book. So there was a whole lot of time saving. But this whole communication being quicker has made it more time consuming per client because you can be hit by text, by email, and everybody demands instant gratification. Yes. So while it's cut down and increased our proficiency in some areas, it's slowed us down in others.
But at the end of the day, you start with a good attorney that knows what they're doing, like the team here at Stewart Law Offices with you at the helm. Thank you, Brent.
Thank you.
Brent Stewart, founder of Stewart Law Offices, and we're right here in Beaufort.